me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
This episode of Greenlight Maine is sponsored by Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
Good morning. Welcome to Season 4 of Greenlight Maine. I'm your host, Julene Gervais, and I'm ecstatic for you to meet the two brilliant businesses pitching their companies today. They, along with the 24 other contestants, are helping to build Maine's economy. Winning the $100,000 grand prize will only add to their success story. Let's begin by meeting the people faced with the tough decision of which business will get the green light and move on to the next round. Our judges, who are all leaders from the Maine business community. First, we have Scott Blake from Bangor Savings Bank. You are the Chief Information Officer. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here representing the nearly 900 employees of Bangor Savings Bank in Maine and New Hampshire. Bangor Savings Bank is incredibly grateful to be able to participate in Greenlight Maine, and I'm just pleased to be able to be here as well.
Well, we're happy to have you. Next, we have Haj Kar, who is the president of Trueline. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Trueline is a company that's essentially we're focused on marketing, strategic thinking, and content and branding for various businesses in Maine. So we have a vested interest in seeing Maine businesses grow. So we're thrilled to be here as well.
You are a perfect fit, so thank you. And finally, welcome Pat McGowan. You are the president of PK Floats.
We make what we call the finest seaplane floats in the world in Lincoln, Maine. And often you'll see them flying around the state and landing on lakes and waterways in our beautiful state with 6,000 lakes and ponds. All
right, well, we're going to watch the friendly skies. Thank you. And it's time to meet our first contestant of the day. I'd like to welcome Judy Bernier from PodZook. That is a fabulous name. And you recently received some great press in the Wall Street Journal. What was that about?
We did. They did an article on us and our hobbit houses and what we're making here in Maine.
Okay, and you're from Waldoboro.
Yes, I am.
All right, well, congratulations on coming on Greenlight Maine. Welcome, and whenever you're ready, take your time, relax, and go for it.
Hello, my name is Judy Bernier, and I like making unconventional things. My company is PodZook. In Mid-Coast, Maine, we manufacture the iconic British-designed archipod. What is an archipod, you might ask? Well, if you look at it, you'll see it's completely spherical garden retreat that can be for your home office, meditation, yoga, writing, or a guest room, if you will. Internally, they're more or less like a Japanese capsule hotel in an igloo, all mixed into one. They're 8'6" at their equator, and they go down to 99 square feet. So in most municipalities, you don't even need a permit to have one of these in your backyard. They take about 8 weeks for us to make one. They're all handcrafted. Most pieces of the shingles have to be individually cut, planed down, and there's a lot of work and a lot of fun making these guys.
Excellent. This is an awesome idea because Maine right now is poised for the remote workforce, if you will. So you're in Maine and you're making these, and I can just see as more and more people are moving to Maine to work remotely, this would be right up their alley. So let's kick off the questions with Scott.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful product. I'm really glad you're able to share it with us today. What's the approximate price point?
They're $17,000 to $25,000 each.
Haj.
Great presentation, by the way.
Oh,
really
thank
cool
you.
product. Financing, how do people get these? Is there any financing options that you're aware of that you're pushing?
I don't offer any financing options. That's not something that's currently in my queue, but most people would go to their banks and finance it through them, their local banks.
Pat.
There's a million inspirational places in Maine to put these pods. How do the local zoning boards handle them? As a camper unit, as a building structure? How are they handled locally?
They are handled as a separate structure, and in most municipalities, you will not need a special permit for them. You can even hang them from a tree.
How'd you get your inspiration for this?
I was working remotely for a company out of Philadelphia, and I have a golden retriever, and if anyone knows golden retrievers, any moment not being petted is an issue. So anytime I'd try to conduct business on the phone, I'd have barking, so I'd be outside and thinking I could really use something out here, a shed, to get my work done in. And it makes a lot of sense because that way you can separate your family time from your work time. And so I wanted a shed, and I I didn't want something just square that would just be placed in the landscape. I wanted something more natural, which the pod, because of its roundness, just it integrates better into the landscape. It's like a big pine cone or seed pot that's been placed there. And so that's kind of how the inspiration came. And then across my Twitter feed came the Acapod saying, "How do you like your new office?"
Beautiful.
And I loved it, so.
Perfect.
So I'm intrigued by the comment that you can hang it from a tree. How
Yes.
much does it weigh? What are the logistics of getting it on site, and
It weighs-
utilities? Can we get electricity to it, things like that?
Yes, they come fully equipped to go with a base power in. It's kind of like moving a big cubicle, a big piece of furniture. They're plug and play. So that part's easy. In the tree, that's going to be a little more difficult to get your utilities up there, but they weigh 1,000 pounds. And we can put enough bolts in the floor so that as they're hung, they'll hang straight and it won't be an issue because they're only 1,000 pounds.
Hush.
From a marketing perspective, what sorts of things are you doing right now to kind of connect with your target market and sell some of these fantastic PodZooks?
Currently, I'm just doing social media, so that's something I need to work on. I need to get better at that aspect of my business.
Pat.
Is there a mobile application where you can put this on a mobile with tires and wheels and take it someplace? Or
Currently, there isn't, but that's a fabulous idea.
Have you sold any of these yet?
Yes, the first one that's currently being constructed in my backyard is going to a family in Los Angeles.
Nice.
So you mentioned that these are each handcrafted.
Yes.
What's the scalability of the business in terms of if you did get a lot of demand, what would that look like?
Well, I definitely have to ramp up. So a lot of the parts come CNC cut, and we put together our structural boxes, and then the outside is all hand putting on all the shingles. So that's a lot of labor there, just because everything has to fit perfectly. So there would be quite a bit of ramping up that would need to be done.
In all your production, you want to keep it right here in Maine.
Exactly, and everything is locally sourced as far as my materials. It's kind of a, farm to fork, it's a forest to shed idea.
Okay, great job and great questions. Thank you from our judges. It is time to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper.
At Bangor Savings Bank, we know the value of making genuine connections with our customers, providing a memorable experience with every interaction. We are committed to doing the right thing and working as a partner with the people and communities we serve. With convenient mobile and online banking technology, we offer more ways for you to reach out to us. Because at Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you trying to increase sales? At Dream Local Digital, we've been helping businesses using Facebook, Google, and other online tools for over 8 years. We're experts at helping small businesses because we work with them nationwide.
Dream Local publicizes the important part of me and what I stand for and what Archers is about.
We'd love to help you grow your business as well. Give us a call today.
For more information about the presenters and panelists on all the Greenlight Maine shows, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our sponsor segment today is with one of the powerhouses of Maine's economy, Bangor Savings Bank. Welcome, Scott. I know you're an IT guy, so this is your first time judging on the show, and we're so happy to have you.
Well, thanks for having me, Julene. I really appreciate being here. As an IT guy, we really don't get out that much, so we've put together a video that talks about Bangor Savings Bank.
Perfect. Let's have a look.
At Bangor Savings Bank, we get up early too. We know you rely on us to help your businesses run and grow. We know that making things a little more convenient for you is a big part of our job. And we always remember that the little things matter to you, because at Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. We start every day striving to be mindful. Today we will work as a real team to help our customers even better than yesterday, and we won't forget to smile. Reliable, friendly, honest. These are so much more than just words to us. We always try to support our valued customers, and we think of them as what they are, somebody's kid, somebody's mom. And we try to meet them and help them get their own business done, wherever they may be, even on the go. It's true that we're growing, but we know that we can't grow if you don't grow. Into a new house, into a new life. We welcome all of your new beginnings. We always remind ourselves that our collective rising tide is lifting all of us to new heights. If we can go the extra mile for you, in some small way, it might just help you go an extra mile with your family. We are building something great, from the ground up. We carefully cultivate a culture at Bangor Savings Bank that rewards dedication to truly helping our customers build their own lives and businesses. The sky is the limit. Personal, caring service, attention to detail, cutting-edge technology. It's all important to us because we know it is important to you. We are deeply committed to helping and improving the communities where we live and work, and that we love so much. We donate, we volunteer, we sponsor, we show up, because we are your neighbors in every sense of the word. Every one of us knows that to really help a customer, you first have to truly care. We will be there when you call. We will take time with you. We will find the answers. That's because you have to earn the reputation of being the best every single day. Our work is our home away from home, and our doors are always open. We love it when you come into the branch. We know the value of meeting a customer face-to-face, of extending a warm greeting with an outstretched hand, and as always, with a wide open heart. And at Bangor Savings Bank, we understand that our customers have full, busy lives and can sometimes barely get a free minute. That drives our dedication to having the best, most convenient mobile and online banking technology, with more ways for you to reach out to us. And when you do, we will be there for you too. It's the end of a busy day, and Bangor Savings Bank is still with you. And we can't wait for tomorrow, because to us, tomorrow is another opportunity to prove that you matter more.
For almost 25 years, Maine Biz has been providing business news, information, and analysis for business owners and C-level executives in Maine. From Fort Kent to Kittery, Maine Biz serves the decision makers of Maine across multiple channels, including its flagship print digital publication, website, events, daily report, real estate insider, and weekly newsletter. Let Maine Biz help your business succeed. Inform, engage, connect.
Thomas College believes in innovation. From the Harold Alfond Institute for Business Innovation and our Center for Innovation in Education to 3-year undergraduate degrees and accelerated graduate programs in business, cybersecurity, and criminology, innovation is in our DNA. Money Magazine ranks Thomas 23rd in the nation for value, and our Guaranteed Job program backs that up. Thomas College, personal, practical, guaranteed.
Thomas College is a proud sponsor of Greenlight Maine. To find more resources on how to start and grow your business, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's time for our second pitch, and I'd like to welcome Tom Labrie from Shelter Plus 7. That is a really cool name. How'd you come up with that?
Well, as I got deeper into the development project, I realized the outcome was going to be a shelter system that included all 7 of the critical performance benefits that had to be in a state-of-the-art building.
Perfect. Well, congratulations on coming on Greenlight Maine, and have fun with the pitch. And whenever you're ready, take it away.
Thank you. Considering how far we are into the 21st century, it's very hard to believe that we're continuing to build overpriced and underperforming buildings, considering the level of technology, materials, and know-how at our disposal. We keep trying to put Band-Aids on inherently underperforming and outdated building systems that in an attempt to improve their physical and environmental performance. I developed this system to overcome that problem. And the key to the system is that we focused in on the 7 critical performance benefits, performance and value benefits that are critical to developing a state-of-the-art building. They include lower ownership costs, which means lower upfront costs at purchasing, owning, and operating, and higher back-end costs at return on investment and resale value. Faster construction time to get people in quicker, especially within the after the disaster recovery situations. Rugged construction to withstand heavier snow loads, wind loads, and whatever global warming is sending our way. And extremely low energy cost, very, very low maintenance cost, unlimited interior layout options in order to provide individual owners, if they're residential, commercial, retail, or professional, to meet their personal needs, and packaging all of this within a small environmental footprint. In the end, two sets of results were accomplished. Number one, all of the performance objectives were met. But second, what really came out of this was the determination that the shell is the single element in the structure that affects all 7 of the performance benefits. If you build the shell right, everything else falls into place. Most all other building systems that are considered state-of-the-art are in the $200 to over $300 a square foot price range. We're into $130 to $160 a square foot, which is very, very competitive with conventional stick-built construction. Our buildings look different. They look different for a reason. This is what it takes to achieve the performance level that we are after. The reception from the community has been, or from the public, has been exceptionally positive and far better than we ever expected. And it really shows us that there is an absolute interest in a significant segment of the market for a new out-of-the-box, state-of-the-art building system. The most rewarding thing that's probably come out of this is, even though I was able to determine 10 years ago that it's all about the shell, only today has the building science community finally realized and acknowledged it's all about the shell.
Those are gorgeous buildings. So residential, camps, whatever. Whatever people want. Okay, great. Let's kick off the questions with you, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. It's a great pitch. I see in the pictures that these are all arched roofs.
Yes.
On them. That's essential to the performance characteristics?
Yes. More performance, more benefits, less building materials, less exposure to the elements.
Ash.
Resale and market penetration will be largely contingent on financing options. So do banks see this as stick-built, conventional, modular? What's the...
Unconventional. We have relationships with banks that very much like the process because they see down the road they'll probably be better protected for resale value considering the future marketplace.
Pat.
Young, smart families in Maine want all options in home ownership. Solar, geothermal, off-grid. Do you offer that? Do you have packages that offer that?
Anything that you want, limited only by your imagination and budget.
How many of these have you sold so far?
We sold our first one last summer as a lake house in Monmouth. We're building another lake house in Patton right now. We're building a spec house in West Gardner. We're expecting another 1 or 2 sales this year.
Nice.
What kind of sizes have you constructed, and are there any practical limits to that?
Well, 40 foot is the maximum width because we're working with a 40-foot diameter arch. We can get down to any width you want, and everything in the length is in 4-foot segments.
We have time for one more question, Haj.
Does the 130 to 160 per square foot range include, is it just the shell or is it completely finished inside?
Turnkey package, less land.
Okay.
Excellent discussion, excellent questions. We got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to hear what our judges have to say. So don't go away, stay with us.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Thomas Mosier Furniture, handmade American furniture since 1972.
Forevermark Diamonds. Beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced. Available at all Days Jewelers.
In 1972, Tom Moser committed his life's work to craft, and 4 decades later employs 70 fine craftsmen and women in our shop in Auburn, Maine. With showrooms and customers from coast to coast and numerous awards and accolades, Tom has firmly established himself as an entrepreneurial tour de force and has proven that a life doing what you love is indeed possible.
This year's winner of Greenlight Maine will win this handmade Thomas Moser beacon box and $100,000.
Are you trying to increase sales? At Dream Local Digital, we've been helping businesses using Facebook, Google, and other online tools for over 8 years. We're experts at helping small businesses because we work with them nationwide.
At Horch Roofing, we pride ourselves on doing quality roofs, not social media and direct marketing. That's why we hire the professionals at Dream Local.
We'd love to help you grow your business as well. Give us a call today.
Broadcast facilities are provided by Husson University's NESCOM, the New England School of Communications.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Our viewers at home want to know what you think. 2 great pitches. I'm glad I'm not a judge.
Well, there's 2 fantastic companies here. I mean, I think both of them have really creative ideas that are, challenging the status quo.
I agree. I think that to build on what Pat had said earlier, I think financing is going to be one of the biggest issues. So I'd kind of toss that back to you as the banker of the group here. What do you think? Who's got more of a shot in terms of actually getting these things financed?
So I think that's a challenging question, and I'll put the caveat out front that I'm an IT guy, so but a banker too. And I think the PodZook is an interesting thing. It's a supplement to the property. It has a value in itself, but the banks are going to look at those as what happens if the loan goes bad. So is there enough value there that we can recover? So I think the easier financing path for those is really going to be through home equity lines. People will be able to borrow against the equity that they already have in their house to make this improvement, which is often how renovations are financed anyway.
Right, and then it can be like an extension of their home, but yet they could take it with them when they move. So
Exactly.
that's the added benefit there.
Exactly.
Pat.
I really like Judy's intelligence and energy and thought, and I just feel she's a little shy of prime time, and I think that Tom has thought that through, and he's ready to go to market. He's ready to bring a deal to the bank, to a homeowner, to Maine State Housing or the VA, or to an entity that could put these in towns and communities across Maine. She is going to get a niche with a unique customer, and I hope she stays at it. But Tom has thought his through better, I think.
Yeah, he said he's been working on this since 2008, so he's been around. Her product, though, it's real trendy. Everybody wants that. I mean, it's like the new thing to be outside. As we all know, LL Bean says, be an outsider, and you can do that, and that will bring people to Maine.
Well,
Great concept.
It's sort of funny to say this as the banker and the IT guy, but aesthetics matter too. And her product is beautiful, and his is kind of funny looking.
It's a Quonset hut. Okay, let's tell it. It's a Quonset hut, but it's a cool Quonset hut, and it's a livable Quonset hut, and it's. I think if he connects with the sustainability piece that's sweeping Maine and the nation, solar, renewable, off the grid, he's got a home run.
Yeah, Shelter Plus 7, that says it all in his name. And they are really beautiful. I mean, those pictures are gorgeous, absolutely. Yeah, the interiors, yes.
They do tend to strike me more as a vacation home. I could see them going up. It makes sense that they've sold a couple lake houses. It wouldn't necessarily be where I would post up a home in Cape Elizabeth, for example, but as I said to him earlier, but I think that the concept definitely makes sense. I'm a little concerned for both of them in terms of who they define their target market as, because both candidates seem to be talking about, anyone can kind of purchase one of these, and it is more specific. I would think that PodZook would need to really hone in on that stay home, that work from home sort of person, and forge some interesting coalitions with local Maine groups and advocacy groups to make that happen.
And does that come under a home office deduction, which is huge in the tax code for entrepreneurs and people who are working remotely? Can you use that? Well, the IRS says, no, it's not attached to the house. You know, you have to have so much space allotted in the home, so, which is a huge piece of what I think our future is.
That's a really good point, yes. So what about 6 months from now? If they can make it to the finals, what would you like to see from them?
More sales in the case of PodZook, I think. I mean, she's sold one, I think, so far, and within 6 months, I would think that she would be moving a few more units.
Sure. How about you, Hud?
I'd like to see them both have a more focused target market in order to come up with a marketing plan and penetrate the market. I don't see either of them having a really solid idea as to who they're going after. So if they figure that out and have a direct market strategy, I'd love to see that from both.
Sure, more marketing, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Finance capabilities for their customers. For example, that they have an approval by Maine State Housing or the Veterans Administration or by a lender that does a lot of home mortgages that gave them a rubber stamp and said, we like this product and we'll finance it. Or a non-bank lender that specializes in different financing.
Okay, well, we've had some great feedback, great discussion. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to find out who gets the green light. Don't go away. Stay with us.
To find more resources on how to start and grow your business, visit greenlightmaine.com.
We're very proud of the product we make and the way that we make it. The most important features of our original dog vest are in its design. Traditional lenders, they steer away from unproven track records. In you come. Hold up. CEI gave us the opportunity to build a track record, show that our future path will be more solid than our past.
At Bangor Savings Bank, we know the value of making genuine connections with our customers, providing a memorable experience with every interaction. We are committed to doing the right thing and working as a partner with the people and communities we serve. With convenient mobile and online banking technology, we offer more ways for you to reach out to us. Because at Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more information about the presenters and panelists on all the Greenlight Maine shows, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's time to find out who's moving on in the competition. We had two outstanding pitches from PodZook and Shelter Plus 7, and unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to one of them. Judges, who's moving on to the next round? Congratulations to Tom from Shelter Plus 7. He is moving on in the competition. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you all so much for joining us. You can check out all of our resources and learn even more about the businesses we've had on the show today on greenlightmaine.com. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you right back here next week after Meet the Press. Have a happy Sunday.
Greenlight Maine has been brought to you by Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more. Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.